I would start sabbatical day 21, I think it's 21, with a different view, because from here on out this month, I'm not traveling, I'm sitting, I'm getting up early, I'm meditating in the morning, and what comes from that and how it goes. It's also October 1st, which is the start of a new month, and there's a lot going on with the planets and all of that, which is all good stuff. And so today I did get up and I have a couple of thoughts. However, I do want to say, so of course my co-writer here, I want to say that when I explain writing and a sabbatical, I need to do a really good, succinct video of what a sabbatical means in academia, what it means to me, and how I'm going about it, and my obligations. And so I sit here, it's the end of the day, and this morning what I did was I did get up and I actually started meditation, my type of meditation on the porch, and a couple of things came to my mind with that. However, I came back in, coffee, the whole routine, and sat down and figured out how best am I going to use AI as my co-pilot on this, because it would be silly for anybody in my situation not to use an AI tool that is changing the trajectory of what we're doing as writers. I'm not saying AI is writing it. I'm saying co-pilot, meaning putting in, brainstorming, helping me with research articles, pull out what I want, and then I write it, and then probably we'll put it in there for grammar or for spelling or whatever the case is. This helps people like me who thoughts are global and all over, helps me focus. And then I sit down and I get those thoughts with my co-pilot, and it's all going to change. So with that being said, yep, my model needs to change. There are things that are changing and quickly with technology. But I do want to go back to waking up, getting outside, just sitting. As I said, I live in this planned community and there's, I don't know how many houses. At 6 a.m., there's no noise except for the trees. I'm thankful to have trees outside at this house because it's in the middle of the desert, so I'm thankful for the trees and the listening. And what it was that I thought of was connectivity. We craved coming out of, or in the pandemic, we craved the human connection. For some of us, it was okay for a little while. We could do that, especially if you have a family or whatnot, but you really craved that. And then when we were able to do that, I'll take a drink here. When we were able to do that, we didn't know how to react. I mean, I went to go see my niece in March of 2020, and she had just had a baby. We had to wave from far away. And that breaks your heart when we forget about that as we go back to withdrawing. So my question for you and my question for me is, what are we doing to satisfy that craving? Connection, connectivity to each other. How are we getting around that? How are we now, 4 years later, a mere 4 years later, dealing with that? So I want you to think about that for today and what you can do and Winnie's getting excited. He's about to bark. But what can you do with that? The one thing in transformational learning is there are trigger events. And what I want to make sure that we never forget, as long as physically we're on this earth, is that feeling of not being connected. So why on earth then do we go back to our old habits and in our own ways? It's fascinating, and it's more than I know. I'm not researching that area. I just want to bring that up for me and for you to think about, and for us not to forget that it's important. So that's it for today. It's the end of the day, and tomorrow's a new day, and it's a good day. So much love to you.